All right, guys, today we're doing a review of one of my favorite companies. We've got Crushers Creations coming at you today. And welcome, my name's Brian, and this is my Beards and Banjos YouTube channel, where we try to help you grow your best beard possible. Thank you for joining me. I didn't realize this is video number 12 that I have made. This features Crushers Creations exclusively, not counting all the top whatever videos that I've done. So I've been knowing Brian a long time, even before he was making products, and there was no Crushers Creations. There was Beard Crusher Review on YouTube, where he did the same thing I'm doing, which is product reviews and that kind of stuff. And then around, close to the middle of 2018, he started making his own products. And I think I've got some of his first, received some of his first products. He was one of the first people to send me out products to try and review on my YouTube channel. And back then he was naming them Alpha and Bravo and Charlie and Delta and that kind of stuff. So I had the Alpha and the Bravo, I think it was. I took the Alpha, which was a nice sweet cinnamon kind of scent. I took that one on a trip to Europe with me, so that was kind of neat. Got to do that. And then a lot of stuff I've featured on my channel ever since then. He changes stuff around a little bit. He kind of keeps tweaking things. He's kind of grown his following. He does his own thing. A couple things have changed here on some of the ingredients. So we'll go over that and kind of a brief overview. But what ended up happening is I haven't tried anything in a long time from Crushers Creation. So I actually sent him a message about a project I was thinking about doing here on their YouTube channel, which didn't really pan out, or at least I hadn't yet. But anyway, he said, I need to send you some stuff for a review. So, okay, great. I'd love to try it. He sent me some stuff and I liked it so much. It's like, I got to order more stuff. You've got so much new stuff. So I ordered some stuff. He sent me some more stuff as well. And I wanted to get even more, so I went back and ordered twice. I've ordered twice since he sent me out that first batch of stuff here recently. So I've got a lot of stuff to go over with you, a lot of highlights. And then some of the old favorites that I have are still available and some aren't. So we'll talk about that quickly. But let's talk about the oils. So the oils, the ingredients are meadow foam seed oil, pumpkin seed oil, castor oil, sweet almond, hemp seed, and babassu oil. And that goes for $17.99. By the way, I do have a discount code for you, so you can use the code Haywood15. I'll leave that at the bottom there for you guys to check that out and save 15% if you're interested. And then the balm is a shea butter, beeswax, candelia wax, and lanolin. And the balm is a very nice medium firm balm, which is the way I like it. Hear the rattle on that older one that I've got. The newer one I've got is in the snow cream, and it doesn't rattle, but it still seems to be about the same consistency. So it's medium firm, which means that it's not hard to work with. You can get it in your beard easily, and it actually dries to the touch. So when you do it, it's dried, that your finger doesn't go into it, which means you can run your hands across your beard a couple hours later, and you don't get that goopy feeling. So if I'm going to wear a balm, that's the kind of balm that I want. Either that, or I want it to be really, really nourishing and kind of absorb in. I don't want to be able to run my fingers through my beard, a couple hours later and it feels kind of goopy and greasy and that kind of thing. So great balm, that's $20. And then the utility butter. So I've got the unscented and the snow cream, plus I've got a lot of older ones that he sent me. This one he's actually changed the ingredients because he did have grape seed in it, but now it's meadow foam, seed oil, pumpkin seed, marula, sweet almond, hemp seed, shea, beeswax, lanolin, coconut butter, and coconut oil. By the way, on the balm, I forgot he does have the carrier oils in it too. So carrier oils plus what I just said. So the big difference here was took out the grapeseed and added marula. And for me, marula's got a smell to it that I don't particularly care for, and I feel like it bled through on I only have one other butter to compare it to. I've got the unscented, so that marula oil is really strong. Then I've got a snow cream. I feel like that marula oil scent is bleeding through, and it may not on some of the other scents. Typically, Brian has scents that are on the medium to stronger side. So if he puts in one of the stronger scents, that marula may not bleed through, but I feel like it does on this. So I don't really I've worn this a lot, but I probably won't wear it a whole bunch going forward because of that. To me, it smells like here's the teacher in me. I go to empty my pencil shavings out of the pencil sharpener, dump that in the trash can. That's what the smell I get. So it's not a bad smell, but it is a pretty strong smell, at least to my nose. Maybe I'm just overly sensitive to it. But the utility butter works great. I still have some of the old ones and like some of my favorite scents like absinthe. Brian, when you're bringing back that absinthe. So that is a great scent. And the utility butter is, even though it's got a little bit of some beeswax and some lanolin on it, it's a good daytime butter or a nighttime butter. It is not waxy at all. In fact, you probably could not tell it had any wax in it. I'll say that. But it works great. And now let's get into, and that was $20 as well for a 2 ounce. By the way, you can get a $2 savings if you get a combo. So either oil butter or an oil balm combo, you can save $2. All right, let's get into some scents. By the way, I also have a beard and body bar. All right, so a little soap there. So Brian says he orders he buys the base of the soap, which has got goat's milk and that kind of stuff in it, and then he takes it from there and adds in the scent and all that kind of stuff. And I found it worked really well, made my skin feel really soft on that. I also used it for my beard a few times. It did not overstrip it, so kind of a nice clean feeling to that. By the way, he does have a new rewards program. So if you sign up for an account, the more you buy, the more points you get, and you start trading it in for discounts and that kind of stuff. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 scents that are new to me that we're going to go over. Woo, all right, here we go. The newest one is Cakewalk. So Cakewalk is actually a collab with Brian and Cody. I think it's Sea Breezy. And this one is nice. It's not his usual type of scent. So it's cake batter, jam, and blackberry. All right. So you get that, but it's actually not overly foody. I get a little sweetness, a little bit of blackberry, but it's not overpowering. I don't like heavy blackberry and blueberry scents for some reason. I actually get like a little bit on the backside of like a little bit of a cologne, but it's like a nice light, airy kind of cake smell to it, and blackberry and jam and that kind of stuff. So I really do like that Cakewalk better than I thought I was going to. I thought it was going to be overly sweet, overly cakey, that kind of thing, but it's not. It's very pleasant. All right. Next up, we've got After Hours, and you tobacco fans out there are going to love this one. So it's Honey Oud Tobacco Bourbon. All right. And for me, I like it, but the tobacco on it for me was just a hair strong, and I kind of got tired of smelling it after a few hours for me. So that was the After Hours. That's a pretty strong one, but I know a lot of guys are going to love that they love those honey and tobacco profiles, which is what that one is. All right, next up, we got Rebirth. I think this one might be a scent of the month. He's got square bottles now. He used to have round bottles. Maybe that could be something he could do going forward, is at least put the SOTM scent of the month in May, 2021 on it, or maybe use a round bottle for the scent of the month and the square bottle for the regular line. It's a little hard to keep up with, especially me being a reviewer. I'll go back and look a couple months later. He's got like all different stuff, and some things are limited release, and some things are scent of the month, and some are, regular. He's small batch, so, he makes a batch of stuff. If it sells well, he'll make more. If it doesn't sell well, then it's going to be limited release, and once it's gone, because he'll be on to the next thing. I just love the way his brain creates these scents. So next up, we've got, I forgot to tell you what Rebirth was. Trying to squeeze all this in. So Rebirth is a very nice scent. It's cedar, sweet vanilla, amber, and saffron. And I really do like that one as well. It's not overly cedar. I basically get the amber and saffron and the sweet vanilla, and the cedar's more in the background for me, but that is a very nice scent, as are a lot of these scents. Next up, we got Snow Cream. And Snow Cream is sweet cream and 2 vanillas. Pretty simple there. And that's what you get. So this is actually one, if you like some of those berry kind of scents, this would be a good one to mix with it. I actually didn't like it quite as much as I thought I would, maybe because I got it in the oil and the balm and the butter, and it just ended up being a little bit too much for me. But it's a good scent, but it's kind of plain. Brian usually does some things that aren't plain. So let's see what we got next. The next one is not plain. It's probably I would say a good chance of making my top scents of the year list. And that one's called Impression. And there's two on here that I think have good chances of making my top scents list. But Impression is one of them. It is bay leaf, bergamot, pink grapefruit, dry gin, cypress. And by the way, there may be some more stuff in here. Brian doesn't always give away all of his trade secrets. But you definitely get a nice, clean scent, and it's got the grapefruit in it, and it makes a wonderful beard oil. And then I realized on the, oops, I dropped my lid here. Hold on. I realized that the soap that he sent me, the beard and body bar, is also in the Impression scent. And when I used it in the shower, it's like, oh, this smells like a fancy hotel kind of soap that you would get, that they would leave as samples for a little trial size in the hotel. So that's kind of the scent I get from that. It is very, very nice and very different. I haven't smelled a whole lot of stuff like that as far as beard oil. All right, next up, we've got a darker scent. For the ones that like the darker stuff, this is Essence, and this is Smoldering Incense, Spice, Oud, and White Woods. All right, and that's kind of what you get, incense and spice. It's not smoky or anything, but it's on darker scent. So it's not my favorite, but it is definitely unique and darker scents. If you like the incense kind of stuff, you would dig that. And then for all the people out there that likes those blueberry scents, so here we go with Blue Fire, which is blueberries, Cuban tobacco, and pipe tobacco. So it's blueberries and two different kind of tobaccos. And that's exactly what you get out of it. Like I said, I don't tend to like the blueberries, but the blueberry wears off pretty quickly, in that I actually liked it better than I thought I would in my beard. But just that first smell is like too much blueberry, but it didn't wear that way in my beard. I got a sample of Enlightened. Loved it. Gonna have to order more. Went back and looked over my 11 videos and realized I did a review on Enlightened and forgotten about it. And I don't even have it anymore. So I don't know what happened to it. I might have purged and got rid of it or sent it to somebody. But I'm going to have some more of that. It's lavender, sandalwood, bergamot, jasmine, amber, oud, lily of the valley. And I get a really nice old school kind of aftershave is what I get out of that. All right. And I guess since I've done the review a long time ago, I end up liking colognes and aftershave scents a lot more than I used to, because I've never wore it before I grew a beard. So it's all because of the beard oils that I've been trying. Really like that Enlightened. Brian has a lot of kind of clean scents that are barbershop kind of stuff. He's got or cologne, pitch black, a cut above, razor's edge, and then this Enlightened would all be good choices if you like those kind of scents. And then probably my favorite scent. Essence would probably be number 2. Or excuse me, Impression would be number 2. This one would be number 1. It's called Simple Life. All right. It's amber, lemon, black pepper, and oak, but it's not overly lemony. So, because I'm not a big fan of lemon lime, I just had so much of that stuff, but it's not like a summer kind of scent. Man, you get the amber and the black pepper. I guess you get amber and the oak, and then you get the lemon and the black peppers in the background, and it smells so good. It is so good. Actually, my dad loves it too. I wore it when I went to visit him. I was outside and got out of the car. He said, "What is that? God, that smells good." So I think I might have to get him a bottle of it as well. Also has some other fan favorites. Smoking Apple, still got that one available, which is green apple, amber spices, light musky base, which is exactly what you get from it, mostly green apple. It's got the pitch black, the Java Jolt. They tried a whole bunch that he doesn't have anymore, but he still does have Old Stogie. I do want to talk about that one, because if you have not tried Old Stogie, you need to try it. Even if you don't like, it's like, I don't like tobacco stuff. The tobacco is way in the back. In fact, it's almost non-existent if you ask me. So you get a cigar blend of amber, cherry, clove, spicy, mulled wine, apples, and cinnamon. So forget I just said cigar and think apples, cherry, clove, spiced mulled wine, apples, and cinnamon. If you have not tried anything that Brian has made that's got the cinnamon in it, I think he's the master of cinnamon stuff. He's good at putting that in. So for some reason, his scents and what I like just go hand in hand. They're on the stronger side, even though I don't usually like stronger scents. scents, but they're very manly. A lot of kind of cinnamon, kind of spicy kind of stuff that way. And then he's got some nice clean scents, and he's got some fruity scents too that work really, really well. So a lot of cool stuff to try. If you have not tried Crusher's Creations before, you need to. If you haven't tried them in a long time, you need to. Remember, there's rewards programs and all of that kind of stuff. By the way, he's got a new scent of the month coming out for July. It's Exotic Oud, Pineapple, Mango, and Coconut. And that might sound good to you. If so, pick that up. For me, I think I'm done with summer scents. I'm ready to move on to these darker fall scents already. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments what sounded good to you, what you tried, what's been your favorite from Crusher's Creations. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you soon.